How's it going, guys? I'm Coach Sean. On to the next recipe now. We're going to do homemade beef burgers. Now, incredibly cheaper than buying them out at a fast food place. Way more healthy. We're going to put our own ingredients in. We know exactly what's going in. And as I said, it's way more cost efficient. So this one we have to get hands dirty for again, but we're learning these good skills. We've got some finely chopped onion, our burger buns, sea salt, beef, mince, a beaten egg, that's going to help bind the burgers, and then whatever condiments you want on the edge. We've got burger sauce and shredded lettuce today. So 500 grams, you always want the 20% fat mince for burgers to keep them nice and juicy. And I'm literally just going to go hands straight in. We've all cleaned our hands just before this. Split this roughly into 4, and I'll put it in the bowl for you to save you washing your hands before we salt, etc. So it's roughly 125 grams of beef mince per burger. So if you buy a 500 gram pack, you get 4 burgers out of it. I'm just going to wash my hands quickly. Then we're going to go in with our hands and mix this. But first, a little pinch of salt. Season it up nicely. I'm going to go in with that there, Claire. Perfect. Jifu. Just season it as much as you want. A little bit of ground black pepper as well. Perfect. Lovely. We're also going to put the chopped onion in. Chop this as fine as you possibly can. You can even mince it if you so wish. But we're going to go in with just as much as you want. The burgers aren't incredibly big, so I'm just going to put a little sprinkling of onions in there. But to your own taste. There you go. Lovely job. Then, a little tiny bit, that's 1 egg in there beaten. I'm just going to put a little drop in there, just help it bind. Just cut that off there. So you just want a little drop in there.
Yeah.
That's going to help it bind. You can put the burgers in the fridge after to let them set a little bit. Just a tiny drop. There you go. Perfect. You did that way better than I did. Lovely. That's going to help them really bind together and make sure they don't fall apart once we get them in the pan. So then we're going to get in, get down and dirty and get mixing. You really want to get the onion all the way through the bits of the burger and the salt and the pepper. How's that feeling? It's looking good. Really get that mix through. You don't want to take a bite of your burger and half it's not seasoned because you've not mixed it through. So you really got to get your hands in there. Now that's all nicely combined, all the flavours all the way through the burger there, we're going to make a nice pate. And you roughly want it, no more than 3 centimetres thick, but kind of sit it in the palm of your hand and keep working it until you've got a nice perfect burger shape. You don't want it too thick because you want it to cook evenly. You could even do the old smash burger technique once it's in the pan, flatten it down, but we want a nice bit of bite to this. We're going to keep them fairly thick. Keep them nice and rounded. It's not an exact science, doesn't have to be perfect. Nice and rustic. Any loose bits you've got in the bowl, just add them on. And just keep like transferring it hand to hand until you've got your perfect size pate. There's always a tendency to have it a little bit fatter in the middle, but it won't cook as much that way. So we want to get it nice and flat. There we go. So back into your bowl with that, and then we'll go and warm the frying pan up. So now the burger patty's ready. We're going to get the pan nice and hot because we want to get a nice crust on that burger, a nice sear. In with a tiny bit of olive oil, just a drop. Work that around the pan a little bit. and then we're ready for the burger to go in. So nice and gently, try and lay it away from yourself so you get no splashes back at you. Perfect. And you hear that amazing sizzle. And then you just leave it on there. Leave it on there. It's always tempting to touch it and press it and flip it. Leave it on there a couple of minutes at least. So a few minutes have passed now. That's going to be nice and ready to flip. So if you just want to turn that over there, Jafu, we should see a nice crust on that other side. Look at that, beautiful. And that's where the flavour is in meat, where you get the browning. And we now want to do exactly the same. A few minutes on this side. And you can smell the onions and the beef. And that's the beauty of having the 20% fat. It keeps the burger nice and juicy. So now Jafu's going to lay down the burgers just to get a nice toasting on the edges there. And then you're going to use that, the juice from the burger, to give that a nice toasting. Absolutely beautiful. That texture makes the world of difference when you bite into the burger. Also stops it falling apart. So now the baps are lightly toasted. Jafu's just going to chuck them onto the plate there. And there you can see, look at that. Just gives it a nice, lovely little toasting on the edge. Beautiful. I'll lay it onto that bottom one there. Lovely. And then in with your lettuce, just sitting on top nicely there. This is the part where you build it however you like it. So lettuce, burger sauce, tomato sauce, cheese, whatever you want. The burger sauce could be a good idea first actually, because the lettuce will maybe stick to it and not fall off straight away. Lovely. There we go. Oh, there we go. Burger sauce both sides. We like that. Good idea. Brilliant. Lovely. I can see the juices running out there. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely beautiful. How was that? Nice, juicy. That's the beauty of the higher fat mince. It keeps the burger nice and juicy, but amazing. You ever made your own burger before?
No.
You're absolutely nailing this today. Burgers, pizzas, everything. Awesome job. So first off, we want just a tad of olive oil, really, just to transfer the heat there through the pan. And we're gonna work that through the pan just a little bit. Then it's ready for you. Nice and gently lay the meat away from you. Perfect. You hear that amazing sizzle. Great job. And now we just, roughly 3 minutes. Roughly 3 minutes on that side. We have to resist the temptation to move it about. It's best just to leave it and let it do its thing. Lovely. I can really smell them onions cooking, the burger, it smells amazing. So much more satisfaction when you cook them yourself, isn't it? Probably just about ready for a flip there. We can always reflip it back over when the time comes. Lovely. Look at the colour on that. So as you can see here, we want to get a nice toasting on the burger, and we're using the burger juices to do exactly that. You only want 30 seconds maybe. There we go. Should be just perfect now. Just a quick light toasting, that's all it needs. There we go, lovely, brilliant. You see that lovely toasting? There we go, lovely. Now, here's the important bit. What do you want for your topping?
Olives and some of that dressing.
Brilliant, do you want any cheese?
No.
No, no cheese, so some nice chopped onions there. Please help yourself. I like that, like the fresh chopped onions on there myself. Okay, no lettuce, no? No, no worries. That's the typical sauce, burger sauce that you get in there. You got it there. That you find in the takeaways. It's kind of a pickly mayo sort of sauce. Absolutely lovely. Lovely. Yeah, carefully your thumb there. There you go. Lovely. Just split that open towards the camera. Look at that. Look at that. And you can just see how juicy that is. All the juices running through the burger there. That is going to be absolutely delicious. What do you reckon? Thumbs up? Oh, lovely. There you go. Have you ever made your own burger before?
Nope.
There we go. So there we go, that's the burgers done. Way cheaper than if you bought them at a fast food takeaway and you're in control of the ingredients that you put in. Also, it's a lot cheaper and you can just put whatever you want on and make the burger to your very liking.